Hi, everyone. Hopefully, you're still enjoying our walk through the book of Acts. We are in chapter 11 today, starting in verse 19, and we're going to go all the way through verse 30. This takes us through the last half of chapter 11, and we are continuing in sort of the beginning parts of Saul, who's going to soon become Paul, in his ministry. And so he's already come to know Jesus in a very dramatic way. Already started to have a little bit of conflict with some folks who still remember who he used to be. But now he's preaching and he's teaching and he's doing it in a powerful way. We're told that he is meeting with not just Jews and the religious people, but he's also meeting with Greeks, and he's being comforted and surrounded by those that come from all kinds of different backgrounds, and maybe some that the people of the church at the time weren't entirely comfortable with. And so it's pretty cool to be able to see how God has really expanded and opened up to make himself available to all people. Not that he wasn't before, but now all peoples are getting to know this for themselves. Howard Hendricks once famously said, and maybe you've heard this before, that there are three individuals that everybody needs in their life. Everyone needs a Paul, everyone needs a Barnabas, and everyone needs a Timothy. Paul is the kind of the older, the wiser one, the one who went in front, the teacher, the one who's going to speak truth to you and help guide you and mold you, maybe a mentor type person for you. Barnabas, whose name means son of encouragement, is exactly that. He is what Hendricks called the soul brother. He's the one that your soul is just knitted with. This is the one that you go to battle with, that is so close that they're like family to you. And that when you're in a tough spot, they're the ones you turn to. They're the one that you go, okay, we're going to walk through this together, and you would do the same for them. And then there's Timothy. And Timothy's the younger one, the one that you are going to be that mentor for, the one that you are discipling, the one that you get to be kind of the Paul figure for in their life. Well, in this passage today, we get to see how Paul and Barnabas kind of work and how that theory sort of pans out, even for Saul/Paul, right here that he's teaching. And Saul actually goes out of his way to go find him up in Tarsus, his hometown, and he brings him back down to Jerusalem. And during that time, there are prophets who come and speak and all this stuff that's going on, even in Antioch. Now, just so you know, Jerusalem at this time is probably the Jewish, not probably the Jewish capital of the world, but the Jewish capital of the world, but the Jewish Christian capital of the world. And then the largest Gentile church, or kind of headquarters for the Gentile church, would be in Antioch, which isn't too much farther away. And so we're getting to see the beginning of Paul's ministry right there. And we get to see how Barnabas plays a major way in that. And so that's my question for you today. Spend some time, identify those three individuals in your own life. Who is your Paul? Who is your Timothy? Who is your Barnabas? And then talk to somebody about that. But I would also encourage you to get a hold of those three people and just say, thank you for being this type of person for me. And maybe you guys can share in a shared blessing or a fellowship type blessing. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you also get to see the way that God's going to work with you today.